Stick with the Bengals while we're on the topic. Tee
Yeah,
Higgins.
there you go.
Mito, what do you think?
Oh, can I just say something real quick?
Oh,
Mito
yeah.
is dying for T. Higgins on his team. He wants it
Scratching.
No, I'm not.
so
No, I'm not.
bad. He's like, yeah,
No, I'm
you
not.
got any more of that T.
No, I
Higgins?
don't.
Anyway,
Nope.
let's keep going.
I will. I will show
If
you
the
the. I
Packers
will
get
show
Tee
you the
Higgins,
chat
will you
with
be
Bruno.
happy or will you be sad?
Let me explain. If we trade for T. Higgins, I'll be very upset. Okay?
Third
If
round
we
pick,
sign
you're
T.
upset?
Higgins, huh?
Third round pick, you're upset?
No, if he's tagged, it's minimum 2 firsts.
Oh, is it? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant if he's
Yeah.
okay? If he's tagged first, okay.
Okay.
He's going to be tagged, 100%.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think they were.
There's no reason.
Yeah.
So yes, if he gets tagged and we trade 2 firsts, I'm going to be very upset. And the reason for it is he's missed as many games as Watson the last 3 years. So
Fair.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Anyways,
Okay.
so his tag is going to be 26 million. I think we can all agree that he deserves that. It would be absolutely asinine if the Bengals don't do it.
So if you're wearing the hat of Bengals GM, you're tagging him 100%. Are you working towards a long-term contract? What would that
Yes.
look like? Would you put him on a 5-year deal? 26
Yeah.
per? 30 per?
Yeah, 5 years, 150.
Do you think it's wise to have him and Jamar on massive contracts?
I don't, because I don't think you need to have high-paying receivers to win a Super Bowl. But they're already here.
And that's why I think it all depends on how this year goes. So I'll agree with the tag. I'll agree with the tag regardless, but I will not agree with an extension if you don't win anything this year. Like, this is kind of the Bengals' year, right? Like, it's their make-or-break year for their coach. They missed the playoffs 2 years in a row, and they should not have. And let's say they win the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, extend him. Do whatever you want. It's the Bengals' first Super Bowl. Go crazy.
Okay, so
But if they
the
flame out
only-
again
the
or
only
miss
way
the
they
playoffs,
extend-
is if they win, yeah.
Go ahead.
Otherwise, how can you
They
justify
have to
spending
win
that
the
money?
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Bro, you can't
guys
pay
didn't
him
win
and,
the Super
and
Bowl, and you extended St. Brown.
that was
He's the number one,
before, and
He's not a number 2.
Yeah, and St. Brown doesn't miss games, as far as I remember. No, so, and he's better
fair.
than T.
Okay.
Higgins. So
I wasn't trying to be
that's
smart. I was just asking a question. I don't agree with that, but okay.
at
all.
All right. So yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't pay him and Jamar. But franchise
That's
tag,
fair.
sure, a year, you might as well.
Okay.
What I think is going to happen is they're going to tag him. He's not going to play on the tag, and it can turn into a Chris Jones situation where he sits out the first couple games. They have a bad start to the season. They see that they need him, or vice versa. They come out, score 40 each game, and are like, "Hey, we don't need this guy. Let's trade him."
Well, let me tell you something. He's not Chris Jones, respectfully. He's not the top player at his position. He doesn't affect the entire side the way Chris Jones does. It'd be so much different if Jamar wasn't there. And the problem I have is that if you watch these games, when T and Jamar are playing, T does very well. He sometimes outshines Jamar, right? Versus when he's out, that's when you see Jamar have his 45-point fantasy games in X, Y, and Z. And I get that same sort of AB and Juju sort of feel, where everybody thought Juju was great because he was in that number 2 spot, and he would sometimes outshine AB. But once he was by himself, it wasn't so much. And I'm not saying T is that. T is much better than Juju ever was. But spending that sort of money, I don't see the benefit, because I feel like getting T on the team is just reducing Jamar's value.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I knew that was coming, so I was looking it up as you were typing. If I give you T. Higgins stats without Jamar, can I get your opinion again?
Are you talking like total games or like this past year?
No, I want his career without Jamar.
His career without Jamar. I would say
Correct.
he averages somewhere between right around 14 yards per catch. I would put him at 11-ish touchdowns.
No.
How many total games was it? Does it tell
5.
you? Oh,
5.
okay. Well, I don't know. Was that few?
So he's averaging 103 yards a game without Jamar,
Okay.
and he's He has 3 touchdowns in 5 games.
How many yards per catch does it show?
Yeah. His average is 16.5.
A good number.
So
You want to be north
do
of
you think-
14 to be a wide receiver one.
So do you think if you extend that over a year, that he's wide receiver 1?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the issue?
The issue is you have it. It's like buying a new car after you bought a new car. You have Jamar Chase. Spend your money
maybe
somewhere
he
else.
helps Jamar more than Jamar helps him.
I think those guys run independent.
Well,
They
But
run
if you have
independent.
I'm not a fan of overpaying receivers. I'm not. I get where you're coming from.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, what do you do here? You don't have, like, can we even name their number 3 receiver?
Andre Lasova or whatever his last name
Sure.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, like,
he's good. He showed that he could be a number 2.
you want to go.
They like him.
But guys,
He-
you can't look at it in a vacuum, though. Look at the Bengals in context, right? The Bengals have won 9 games back-to-back years and missed the playoffs, okay?
Correct.
You should not be hovering around 500 with 2 all-star stud paid receivers. That money could be used wisely to boost up other parts of your team and get better. Like, the Bengals did well in finding Chase Brown. I think he's a good player, a running back
Yeah.
they can rely on for a while. They need to beef
Okay,
that defense up and help Trey Hendrickson out and
He's
actually
not-
be a
he's-
team that can restrict teams and allow under 30 points.
Trey Hendrickson's not going to be on the Bengals next year.
Okay, even
That's
more
it.
reason not to pay T then.
Okay, but if the roles were reversed and Jamar Chase is a free agent, are you saying the same thing?
No, Jamar Chase is otherworldly, and you can't let him go. He's a Bengal for
Okay.
life, if you ask me.
Okay, but can't you say the same thing? We pay Jamar Chase.
Okay, but you
ungodly
can't have
money.
your cake and eat it too, Mito. Like, you can't pay both guys. So either...
Yes, but your logic is you don't pay them because we're not making the playoffs anyways, correct?
Right.
So can't you use that logic with Chase?
Yes, but
That's what I'm
Chase is
asking.
better. So
Well, it
if you
doesn't
pick
matter. You
one,
missed
you
the
keep...
playoffs anyways.
No, you have to pick one, though. You have to have one. You can't have 0.
Okay.
So you got to
All right.
keep Chase and let T walk. I love... Bro, I'm a Tee Higgins fanboy. I love that guy. You'll never hear me say a bad word about him. He needs to go. If you're winning 9 games, he's got to go.